Also, there's just like really weird men
Oh
in
yeah.
gaming. Like the ones who like sit there and like harass you, like not trying to be like mean, but they're just like have never spoke to a woman before.
Oh, it's so painful because they're just like, yeah, they've never spoken to a woman before, so they're like, oh, like they're like, I hate it when they like try to teach you how to play the game, even
Mhm.
though you clearly know how to play it. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, E for your ability, and it's like, bitch,
Or like backseat gaming. Fuck.
on
Shit pisses
everything.
me off. That shit pisses me off so bad. Like if I'm like playing a game and I'm like the last one alive, like the last thing I need is somebody like just fucking speaking like in my little ear. Shit
Hmm.
actually irritates the fuck out of me. Cause like I got that clutch gene. I really do.
Hmm.
And so like I don't want somebody sitting there just talking shit in my ear the whole time. So unnecessary and stupid. Mhm.
Welcome everybody to episode 6 of To Kill Myself. We're back off 3 days. Last week we had a little weird stuff happen, so we couldn't do our regular Tuesdays, but we're back to our normal time scheduled programming.
Mhm.
And yeah, another nice little episode we got. Emmy, anything happened in the last 3 days?
Well, we had our episode Friday.
Hmm.
I got really fucked up on Saturday. I got really fucked up on Saturday. Also, for the first time since the HQ is what we've labeled the facility that I live at, and by
The HQ.
facility I mean my house. Um, for the first time since HQ, everybody moved in.
Hmm.
We ran out of beer. This is the last beer we have in the fridge.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
There's so much.
so sad. We okay, so we stocked up the fucking fridge like hardcore, and
Hmm.
I opened it today because I was like, oh, gotta make sure, whatever. And I look at it, and we're out, and I kind of wanted to throw up, but yeah.
I would too.
So Saturday was my roommate's birthday. Her name's Larissa. She's the love of my life. She's the child I will never have. Um, she once called me the mom she'd never had. So that's
Oh,
context for that. But it's her birthday, another Halloween party. Dressed up as Misa from Death Note.
oh
Got
yeah,
really
that's right.
fucked up. At one point, I had to like go sit outside in my driveway, and I kept being like, "You're not drunk. You're not drunk. You're definitely not drunk." Like trying to sober myself up, like talking myself up, even though like I was not. I was not sober. I was struggling. I was struggling so bad. Then we had Broad, Siggy, Derp, not Elliot this time around. Yeah, it was super fucking fun. I had a lot of fun.
Nice.
Did
Oh,
you
so
do
this was
anything?
round two,
Yeah, this is
because
round two. This was round two.
the
Um,
weekend before
yeah.
they had all come as well. Okay, that's cool.
Everybody but Broad last time.
And then everyone but Elliot. This okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Nice.
So it was fun.
Um,
What did you do?
so Friday, I think we had like 8 shots, and I had 8 shots of tequila,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to party after. I think we ended at like 8 or something, so it was like still early.
Yeah.
I should have gone out because I was in such a mood to party that I was like, I need to get this out of me. I literally couldn't go to bed until like 2 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
2:30. It was like super late, and I was just like,
I have to turn my fan off. But keep
gotcha.
talking.
Yeah, I wanted to just go out, and I didn't, and it was a mistake. Because then the whole next day, I was super tired from going to bed like pretty late, and then yeah, I wasn't hungover, which was good, but I just needed to get it out of me that night. But then the next day, I just felt like awful, and I
Mm-hmm.
was invited. I was invited to a wedding.
Yeah.
My mom RSVP'd no, even though I wanted to go, and then I was last minute invited to still go, and so I was like up in the air all day, and it was my brother's birthday,
Mhm.
and I just decided to not go because I felt like it would be lame. I don't know, like
You should have just
of
gone.
that side of my cousin's family, like they're pretty tame. So I was like, I don't want to go. I probably should have gone, but I was just tired that day.
Mhm.
So literally this weekend I did like nothing. I watched a bunch of Smash tournaments, and that was kind of it. But
Yeah.
I was chilling.
It's good to have a weekend in. I feel like
Hmm.
I've had like no time to
Yeah,
like exist. Um, and so I don't know. I need to take like a day and just chill. Cause
because
like
like, mhm.
I don't know. I feel like life is so fast right now.
Oh yeah, those time periods where everything's just go go go.
Mhm.
Sucks because then months fly and you're like, well, I did stuff, but where did the time go?
Yeah, but where's my happiness and my relaxation? Why am I so stressed out all the time? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I
Gotcha.
mean, real good thing that like takes my mind off of everything would probably be playing games. I love I love gaming. I don't know. It's so rough sometimes though.
Oh yeah,
Like, cause did you grow up like playing like video games and stuff?
yeah. So I think I got my first console when I was like 5, and my uncle had an Xbox prior to me getting a GameCube, and he would like kind of show me how to play Halo.
Mm-hmm.
But then like once I finally got a GameCube, he like we actually started playing Halo. So like
Yeah.
I would do all the campaign missions with him. We would play together. It'd be pretty cool. So I've like grown up pretty much like with video games the whole time. Since
Mm-hmm.
then, like I've gotten like every generation of consoles, of course, and now I'm a PC gamer. So yeah.
PC gaming, mouse and keyboard. I did not grow up playing games up until like high school because my parents were super religious and they were always like,
Hmm.
son cosas del diablo, son cosas del diablo. Like, those are the devil's games. Like, you play games, you're going to hell. And so
Yeah.
that's rough. Like, because, well, also, all of my time was derived towards, um, like, school. I was like a straight A student. I was in a bunch of different activities. Life was very stressful. I was like up early as fuck to go to practices. So I didn't really have time to play games up until like college. Cause like
Hmm.
contrary to popular belief, college for me is like not too difficult, which I've talked about before.
Yeah.
So now I have like a whole lot of time to like just sit here and fucking goof around for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's opposite. It was the opposite for me, which is funny. Because like
Mm,
high school, I slacked around, did a couple things, and then had a hell of a lot of the time. And then college, I slacked around and also had a lot of time, but I shouldn't have. But I also didn't game because I was in the dorm. I was like,
mm-hmm.
why am I gonna game? Like I should be out, meeting friends and stuff. So
Yeah,
like
like going
I didn't
outside
game
and
a ton.
shit.
Yeah, especially being where I went to college, up north, it snowed. I wasn't used to that. So like, yeah, I definitely didn't game a lot in college, which I
Mm-hmm.
wish I had, because that's the time where like I started getting into the PC stuff.
Yeah. I remember when I got my PC, I was so fucking ecstatic because I was previously a laptop gamer before I
Ooh,
became a PC gamer. And playing games on a laptop is so fucking hard. So I was just like, I'm pulling the trigger on this. Like, I'm getting my fucking PC. I remember all my friends were super excited for me because I could actually enjoy games without getting shit on 24/7 and then be like,
yep,
where are my frames? Like, where are my fucking frames all the time? So I was so excited. Like,
yeah,
getting a PC was the best decision of my life. It was so expensive. Um, but like, I don't know. I've met so many like new people having access to like a PC than like I would have probably ever had access to just normally.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
that PC culture is insane. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like even back in the day, like I had a home computer, so I used that to like back in the day there was Club Penguin, Habbo Hotel,
Yup.
all those other games, and I would play those. That's the only thing I would play on PC. But it was just cool to like go around and meet people and like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's doing like the same stuff. So that was always insane. And then nowadays it's like times like 1,000 because
Mm-hmm.
like there's Discord, there's just there's Twitter, like everything is so much on a much bigger scale. And then meeting people like like obviously how we met pretty
Yeah.
much is like oh the whole world of Discord and Twitch communities and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's insane
Small
how it happens.
streamers. It
Yeah.
is crazy. Cause like I probably would not like I would not be a super interactive person if like I didn't have access to
Mm.
like those same games that like we met through like or through Sarah because I don't know Valorant and stuff like
Yep.
I don't know. Also, just it's like playing games in general is so hard.
Yeah.
And then when you have like hardware restrictions, like it's even fucking worse. So it's kind of shit, not gonna lie.
I've heard the horror stories of like you need that shit plugged in all the time and it's a jet
Yo,
engine and it's you like go to grab it and you
and it's
burn
fucking
yourself.
hot as hell. Yeah,
Yeah.
shit
I
is
never went
whack.
through that, but
Got
it doesn't
lucky.
sound fun.
Which I guess I don't know. Also, I feel like there's so many differences like when it comes to like gaming that like changes the whole experience.
Mhm.
Like, cause I don't know, being a girl in gaming is so shit. I remember first playing Valorant with an old friend. We'll call her K because that's her initial letter K. I
Yeah.
don't like her anymore because she was a fake bitch and kind of like weird. But anywho, so Kay and I started playing Valorant together after I had stopped playing Valorant for a while.
Mhm.
And we got into a lobby. It was a fucking unranked game. There's three other guys on our team. And obviously they were cute together. And they
Yeah.
just sat there and started just like the hate speech was crazy. Like these
Yeah.
guys were like talking about like I don't know like trigger warning SA like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff and like oh like I'm gonna show up to your fucking house, I'm gonna kill you, shit like that.
Mhm.
Personally, I'm not one. I don't take shit from men. I never take shit
Oh,
from men.
never.
And so I was like arguing back. Like I'm gonna argue back. I'm not this like type of person to just sit there and like be quiet. Like I've never been that kind of person. I'm not gonna start now. And so she just like muted them and I was like, fuck no, like I'm gonna fight. But
Yeah,
like
go
the
in.
amount of experiences I've had overall in video games, like just because I have a feminine voice, really fucking sucks.
Mhm.
Like we were literally streaming yesterday and me and Harry were playing ranked. For context, Harry's my duo, he's my hard carry. And so we were just like fucking playing on Breeze. I like filled because I don't know, just gotta flex sometimes. And our wait, it was on Pearl, correction. And I believe it was on Pearl. And we had like a Sky, a Phoenix, and like some in a chamber. I don't remember. I can't remember if it was actually.
Yeah.
It might have been the Breeze game. It was one of those two. But like at the end of the game, the guy like this guy was like, "Yo, Phoenix fucking hates," and then like Phoenix didn't calm at all that game, but like it cut it off because like end game phase whatever. So we get
Oh,
to hear
yeah.
it, but I was like, I'm more than sure like they were saying some shit because like they're being nice to like Harry, and then I don't know, being a girl is so rough. Like people have
Yeah.
no respect for you, like they blame everything on you being a girl. So annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Like if
Like
mm-hmm,
like so when I was growing up, I played Call of Duty a lot and like it's just crazy to see like the lobbies then to now in like Valorant because
mm-hmm.
it's like heavily female dominated. It well, maybe not dominated, but like the percentage is drastically higher.
Oh yeah.
And so like I feel like guys just don't know how to like handle that and they just like go off on girls, and it's so unfair. And it's like they're just playing the game too, like you are. Like they don't need to hear that, and that's all they do hear half the time. So it's annoying.
Mm-hmm. And like, is what's crazy is like the percentage of like women and like women adjacent people who
Yeah,
are in gaming now, like the ratio has become closer to like a 50-50. I believe it's like 40 something to 60 something. But it's like the gap is like closing out, and it's like, well, now you have like a new community out there of like the women adjacent esports. Like, it's like different now. It's like normal for women to have access to these games. And it's like crazy because every time there's a woman who's good at a game, it's always the cheating allegations.
every time.
Every single fucking time. It's just like, she's cheating, she's cheating. I've seen it a lot on TikTok actually. There's like this one girl, like she plays Call of Duty. I don't know which one, but
Yeah,
like her whole like thing is like, I have like an eye tracker, like here's like all this thing, like I'm trying to prove that like I'm not fucking cheating. And like people just don't believe her.
yeah. I I forget her name, but yeah, I know Nadia, Nadia,
Nadia's
and
that her name.
Nadia. She plays Warzone, and yeah, there's all these videos on like this is why she's cheating, and it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe she is, but like if she probably isn't, and she's getting the views anyway, like
Yeah.
if you think she's adamantly cheating, just don't watch her, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're sitting there hate watching her, and it's like, well, what are you contributing, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Like you're just gonna
it's
sit there
awful.
and like talk shit for no fucking reason. Like,
Yeah.
and it just sucks because like nobody wants that. Like you're just trying to have fun, especially like when you're a streamer. You're not gonna stream you cheating. Like you'd be fucking stupid to do that, you
Hmm.
know. And so I don't know. It's just so stupid. People have horrible, horrible takes.
Yeah.
But
Like so I game a lot on console, grew up on Nintendo. Um and so I'm in the Smash community, Smash Bros.
mm-hmm.
Um I used to go to like a tournament every week for like 2 years until the pandemic. And it's just super cool seeing a group of people congregate to play this 20-year-old kids party game that we turned into a huge community
Mm-hmm.
of competitive, gaming.
Yeah.
And the ratio to like guys to girls is not good, like at all. Um, I feel like that's something that we needed to always work on, and then we kind of did, but it's also just not a space that's safe for women all the time,
Yeah.
which sucks ass. Like the
Mm-hmm.
amount of stories that have come out of like guys being trash to these women is awful.
Yep.
And like I think post pandemic, because a lot of the stories came out during, I think post a lot of the times now guys will like step up
Mm-hmm.
and cut that shit out if like their friends are doing it, whereas like before they would be like whatever to it, just kind of ignore it. But I hope now, yeah, that like it's about damn time that women in esports like feel safe in esports, and I hope that continues to be the case.
Yeah. There's like little subgroups of people with their little opinions about like women in gaming. There's like the people who are like, hell yeah, like we need to like empower women to like play games and like feel comfortable and shit. And then there's also like that group that is like, women should die and all this stuff. It's like, little bro, if you're gay, just say that. Like, you don't have to
Yeah.
be so horrible. But then there's also like this in between like gray space of men who are like, yeah, it's okay for women to play games, but they're still shit at it. They're just like, men. It's like scientifically proven that like men have like faster reaction speeds and like
Yeah.
all this like shit, and it's like, show me the stats.
Yeah.
Let me see it because I've seen some women shit on men in many different games. So like, I'd
Yeah.
love to see it. Like, show me the science behind it. So it's like fucking
Exactly.
stupid. Also, there's just like really weird men
Oh
in
yeah.
gaming. Like the ones who like sit there and like harass you. like not trying to be like mean, but they're just like have never spoke to a woman before.
Oh, it's so painful because they're just like, yeah, they've never spoken to a woman before, so they're like, oh, like they're like, I hate it when they like try to teach you how to play the game, even
Mhm.
though you clearly know how to play it. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, E for your ability, and it's like, bitch,
Or like backseat gaming. Fuck. Shit
on
pisses
everything.
me off. That shit pisses me off so bad. Like if I'm like playing a game and I'm like the last one alive, like the last thing I need is somebody like just fucking speaking like in my little ear. Shit
Hmm.
actually irritates the fuck out of me. Cause like I got that clutch gene. I really do.
Hmm.
And so like I don't want somebody sitting there just talking shit in my ear the whole time. So unnecessary and stupid.
Oh yeah, and then like, if you don't clutch, they just freak out, and it's like,
It's like, nice try. Nice try. Like, don't be fucking petty. Don't be fucking stupid. I don't
yeah,
know.
there's there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I feel
Yeah.
like Valorant's doing like a good job, but then also there's been like, have you heard like a lot of the latest game changer stuff?
I heard about it, but I don't know any of the details. Do you
As
know?
as far as I know, I think um some girl on a team like added one of her guy friends to the team, and then like it was like a whole big deal because obviously that's not allowed, if
Mm-hmm.
you like identify as a guy, which the guy did. And it's just like, well, why would you add him, knowing what Game Changers is all about?
Like,
And I feel
yeah.
like it's been plagued. Like every like couple months there's always a new thing, and it's awful because it's like, when is it finally, just gonna be what it needs to be, a spotlight for women in gaming?
Yeah.
And it's just not there, not there yet. But hopefully it gets there because I believe in Game Changers to hopefully take off and be
Mm-hmm.
as big as Worlds, if not bigger.
The thing with the game changers, it's like a lot of teams themselves don't invest in getting the publicity needed for these teams. Like signing women into like esports is like cool, but if you're not doing anything to like actually feed into like the community, like you see Sentinels and they have such a massive like fan base and
Yeah.
like they're probably like one of like the really well known ones that have like an interactive content creator esports team to like community like interaction. um you don't see that a lot with like just like the C9 like C9 Mel like all of them like C9
Yeah.
doesn't put forth a foot towards like making sure these content creators and their players have a connection with their communities. Like the
Hmm.
women have to rely solely on their streaming careers, on brand deals, on like other shit to be able to like have a connection with like their community, like their sports community, which is like also like really fucking difficult.
Yeah. Like if we look, like, because Cloud9 has what are they, C9 White
Yeah,
as a
C9
team.
White.
Yeah, they have C9 White, and of like the last like 40 videos. Okay, well, this is a bad example because they have all the announcement videos, but like a lot of the videos are just like the guy teams and stuff, and they
Mhm.
like barely push the CNN White uh stuff on their main videos when they could.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's, yeah, on them to for sure change that narrative and push um themselves
Yeah,
for
pushing
sure.
towards more of like an equality in the representation
Hmm.
because signing players only does so much in my opinion.
Hmm.
Maybe that's being like a little too critical and rough because it's like they were integrated very quickly, but also like integrating it quickly, you can also pair with a plan to make sure that there's still a spotlight evenly shined on both like
Yeah,
teams. I don't know.
exactly.
That's just like my personal take on that.
No, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah.
Because yeah, um, this is actually a big thing with the United States men's and women's soccer teams.
Yep.
Is like on one hand you have the women's team who wins everything, and then on the other hand you have the men's team who barely makes it to the World Cup in one of the easier regions of the world, and for the longest time, yeah, they were not getting paid equally. Um, and I think they finally won their lawsuit, and they are getting paid equally now,
Mhm.
which is good for the women. You know, they deserve an
Yep.
increase in pay because they're working their asses off. You know,
Mhm.
playing women's soccer not easy. A lot of those girls fucking
Oh yeah.
they play rough as hell, and yeah, then you see the guys and they're just crying on the ground every 20 seconds. So
Yep. Like I know there's like this video out there, like that a lot of people have probably seen, of like the I know she was like a U.S. Like female soccer player, and she just has like a nosebleed and it's like just like running down her face, and then
mm-hmm,
it's like a clip of like two guys and like it was like barely close, and he's just like holding his fucking shin like crying like a little baby.
mm-hmm,
It's like come on, like I played soccer, like I know how much it hurts, and like it's all a
mm-hmm.
performance just to like try to get like penalties and shit. Like
Oh yeah.
it's all a fucking performance.
Oh yeah, I learned to act so well because of soccer. It helped me so much because yeah, just
Yup.
it's easy to fake going down and not being hit, and one person make the decision of, oh, did he actually get hit?
Mhm.
Then just playing it out because like yeah, I'll
Mhm.
play. Women's pain tolerance, something that
Oh,
doesn't get brought up
so
enough.
high.
It does not get brought up enough because y'all go through some shit and don't cry about it, and then we go
Yeah.
through like one thing and we cry every single time.
Sorry, I'm so
No, you're
I've
good.
been sleepy all day. But like another thing about like going back to the topic of like women in gaming, the
Hmm.
percentage of e-daters has increased.
Yeah, yeah, it has. It's
How do you
insane.
how do you feel about e-dating?
We'll
About the
talk about it.
his kitten, her masters, and your fucking Valorant queues?
I think it's just like if it's not like a bit, it's super cringe.
Hmm.
Like if it's a bit, fine, play it out. But like if you're gonna like just have that on deck all the time, so cringe. It's like we don't need to know like all that, you know?
Hmm.
But as a bit, I think it's pretty funny. It's just yeah, in dating online is crazy. Something I'll talk about in like a further episode because it's something like I don't know. I don't think it would have happened to me, but there's a small percent chance it could have happened, and we'll talk about why
No, we should
later
just talk about
because
it
they might be
now.
listening. No, no, no. They
Oh.
might be listening. It's like kind of recent to the point where like, yeah, if they heard this, we don't talk anymore. So it's a whole thing.
Uh
It's a
huh.
whole thing. We'll get to it some point down the line, but we'll save it for now. And yeah,
Oh
uh,
man.
it's pretty crazy, but we'll get there. But
Um,
just in general, yeah, like seeing it now, like people never meet and then they're like on different coasts and they're like quote unquote dating, it's crazy to me. It's like this stuff didn't really happen. Like it would only ever happen if two people met on like a trip or something.
yeah.
But now it's like you don't even have to meet. You don't even have to know exactly
You
what the
didn't even.
person looks like.
Yeah. Holy. Yeah. That's so true. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an e-dater, but I've dabbled in like what could have been.
What could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know this? You know the story. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
know, but like I've like talked to certain people in like the gaming community, and so, but I don't count it as e-dating because we would meet up. Like we'd
Yeah.
fly to see each other. So I'd consider it a long distance relationship, and our like
Yeah,
whole thing wasn't like I don't know. I'm not gonna
purely
give too
online.
much. Yeah, I'm not gonna give total detail into that, because I was gonna make a joke about like an NDA, but like no, it's just like way too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
In
it's
this
too
area, yeah,
much. It's too
yeah,
much. I don't want that shit getting out. And unless it's gonna build me a career,
yeah,
then I'm gonna let that shit out, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk
yeah,
about it.
for sure.
But I don't know. I feel like e-dating isn't a bad thing. Like, not that I'm defending it,
Hmm.
but like, maybe it's a good thing. Some people should not be
Yeah,
outside,
yeah.
and I think
Oh,
those people should date each other and stay very far, like really fucking far away from the rest of us.
that's true. I never looked at it like that because yeah, some people's like social skills are just awful,
Mm-hmm.
both like online and in person. But it's
Oh
better
yeah.
online, at least than in person. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's so true because the amount of people I meet who just like you can't talk to at all because they're just so I don't even know insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then like online, hey, maybe someone's into that. You can date them there. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Like your own little realm where you guys could be fucking weird with each other. Like it just seems like perfect to me.
The metaverse,
Yeah.
that's where they're gonna go. It's gonna be perfect.
I am a sole believer though, in like you should meet up before you should actually start dating.
Yeah.
Cause like I've had friends who like done the e dating thing and it's like not turned out very well. And I think it's like based off having access to these people.
Hmm.
But also another thing with like e dating is parasocial relationships. So we've talked about
Huge.
like parasocial relationships and like the streamer community last time
Yeah.
when we had Sarah on. Um, I don't think we've talked about like those weird ass Discord parasocial relationships that are super fucking uncomfortable for everybody.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna be very like about it, but
Hmm.
I've had like people who would like just like stalk my every move, like my game activity,
Ooh.
like shit like that. Always tweeting at me, always DMing me, always like you don't know me like that, little bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you think this is, but it's so weird.
Yeah. I I was looking at someone's chat log, and it's just like some person said like, "Oh, I'm just very attracted to like very attractive people," and I'm like, "Why would you say that to anyone ever? It doesn't make sense, Like
Yeah, like
I don't
no
know.
shit.
People just need to learn that like if you don't know someone, you don't know someone. So just don't go up to them immediately with stuff like that. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
work, and a lot of people do, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know what to say to them because
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna get it, and that sucks.
I think my biggest mistake was being so like open on like Twitter and shit
Hmm.
because I've just had so many weird instances of people thinking they know me
They know, yeah,
and they think that like what how I'm acting towards them is like flirty. It's like no,
yeah.
like I have like crazy ass like Twitter DMs. Like some people just say really horrible things to me sometimes, like incredibly sexualizing. I know
Hmm.
I've brought this up before, the Reddit tribute.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I had um somebody oh, I also had somebody recently tell me that somebody was using my pictures on Tumblr to
Oh,
catfish
right.
people, and that really fucking sucked. But previous to that, I was told about somebody having a Reddit like tribute up, which was super traumatizing to see because
Oh, yeah.
I had already received like some of the pictures to like my DMs, which
Hmm.
was ugh so gross. And so like having to like see a group of people like doing that all together, like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
insane to me. The fact
yeah.
that you feel so comfortable like seeing somebody with just like, and it was innocent fucking pictures, literally me and my glasses.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you thought that was like so okay and like comfortable for you to do, like that's fucking crazy.
I was gonna say, yeah, you've had like a lot of things happen, huh? Like
Yeah. All because of my
accepting their parents,
online.
right?
Yeah. Oh
It's
man.
awful.
Dude, somebody like leaked my Twitter to my parents, to my mom's Facebook, and I was not posting the most appropriate things, but I was doing it for like my own reasons,
Yeah,
which I'm not gonna get
it's fine.
into because I don't owe people that explanation. Um, but somebody sent those pictures to my mom's Facebook, and my mom and my dad share Facebook.
Oh,
And my mom came up and was extremely furious and sad, and I just felt so like embarrassed. And I try really hard to take care of like my online and then my personal life presence. I keep them very separate,
yeah.
like incredibly separate, for like kind of my protection and then also just
Oh,
like
yeah.
the people in my lives protection. Because I've had stalker issues before. Like I would like tweet that I wanted something and that shit would show up to my door, and it
That's
was terrifying. Like
insane.
genuinely fucking terrifying. I don't know. I've just had so much like really weird shit like happen to me, not gonna lie.
As like a guy, well, I mean, guys do have stalkers. I'm sure the rate is relatively less, but just like hearing about those scenarios is insane. Because it's like, how does someone feel so like, I don't even entitled? I don't even know.
Entitled,
They just
yeah.
like are like, oh hey, I'm gonna be here, and if you don't care, like, oh well, like
Mm-hmm.
that's that must feel like awful having that like kind of on your shoulder, like, oh, is this person around, or like what can they do,
Yeah.
like that must feel awful.
Yeah. Like not I'm not gonna get political about this, but also like certain government entities and subdivisions do nothing to protect people who have like these stalkers and stuff, which I think is really sad because we have the resources. Like nobody can tell me that we don't have the resources because I know we do.
Yeah.
I've done like so much extensive research because like when my stalking thing was happening, I was told nothing could be done until they acted upon it and made
Yeah.
contact, and I was like, holy shit, that is terrifying. It is so sad, man.
I hate that because that's for like so many things. Is
Mhm.
like the police are like, oh well, they're not here now, so
So like we
obviously
can't do anything about it.
it's like that night, oh, that person ended up dead. It's like, cool,
Yeah.
thank you, you're so helpful, police.
Yeah, woo! Like, thank you very much for fucking not doing anything when, like, people need you to. Like, you guys want to act on so much shit that's, like, not needed.
Yeah.
And then it's just sad, man. Like, shouldn't have to be that way, yet it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I, I've been thinking a lot recently, like it's been coming back to me is like the world needs change, and if no one's gonna step up, maybe it's time. I don't know. I've
but,
always thought about being a political figure, but it's so hard because it's like it's all about the money, and it
yeah.
doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like I
Yeah.
both both of my state senators are Democrat for the first time in like 60 years, and it doesn't matter because one of them is basically a Republican
Mm-hmm.
who just turned blue because she's a queer woman, and it's like, oh, well, I don't even. It's so
Yeah,
annoying.
like, it's
That's
probably
the most
hard to
annoying
have,
part.
like, reach when you're in a group that fucking hates you.
Yeah, it's so insane to me. Like people like that. Like what's her name? Candace. Is it Candace Owens?
Candace
Um,
Owens?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Candace Owens.
I
Yeah, yeah.
have no clue
Sh-
about any political figure right now, I'm not gonna lie.
she's a black Republican woman
Mm-hmm.
who is, yeah, a Republican. And it's like, girl, they they go after you so hard, and you still
Yeah.
fight for them.
And you're still sitting here defending a group of people who would not even blink an eye if you needed help.
Yeah, it's insane. Because like in my state too, yeah, abortion just it's well, it was gone and it came back, but it might be gone again. So it's like
Yeah.
everything's such a shit show.
Everything is a shit show right now.
Yeah,
Like, get me out of this fucking country, man. I don't want a citizenship here anymore. Shit is
yeah.
whack.
You were how long? How hard did you work for that too?
A
Just for
lot.
yeah, just for it to be like, oh,
Is this shit even worth it? Like,
yeah.
cause
Why didn't we move to Canada, ma?
I'm in Canada. Could have gone
Yeah,
anywhere. We went to fucking Texas.
that's funny too. Yeah,
That's fucked.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't know. Politics is so weird. I feel like I got off like the main topic real hard on that one. But
That happens.
back to the e-dating shit.
Oh yeah.
I so we talked about like I dabbled, not technically in e-dating.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. It's just so like I feel like people on the internet are really good at making you feel like oddly comfortable. I don't know if it's just me, and that's how they get you.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean because like especially because a lot of the time people meet on the internet because there's a centralized thing that they can both connect to.
Mhm.
Like, if you're floating a hashtag on Twitter, a lot of the time it's because you like that and you talk to people through that also like it. So it's just like there's always a shared interest
Mhm.
amongst people on the internet usually. Whether it's
Yeah.
Valorant category, etc., etc. So it's just easy for two people to meet through that and then also just be like really kind to each other. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, there is similarity.
Mhm. I do. I agree with that statement completely. Like, cause like especially like going back to like the Valorant e-daters, like when you have a group of people that are so into something and it's so alike, and there's already like a culture of e-dating, it becomes so easy to like get sucked in that shit. Like, like sometimes I'm just like, damn, need an immortal like boyfriend or something
Yeah.
for no fucking reason. I don't even need a boyfriend. I'm so content with like being single. Like I don't need a
Yeah.
partner or whatever. Um, so it's like super fucked. I don't know.
That's why like when Harry, I think he just joined a custom, and then I immediately knew what his in-game name meant. So
Mm-hmm.
like as soon as I asked and connected that, and he said yes, like we instantly like were like, yo, we gotta talk, and we just talked about Smash and stuff like for half the time, and now I really really want to go to San Jose and see him in January
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, Smash is in this really cool place, so I'll
Yeah.
probably do that.
I don't know. It sounds like fun. Did you want to go to TwitchCon? I feel like TwitchCon sounded like so much fun.
Oh, I really wanted to go to TwitchCon. Like, just the amount of like communities and people there, it was perfect. And for me, this is something I wanted to talk about is
Mm-hmm.
like content. So like since I've watched, Twitch and YouTube for so long, basically since the beginning with YouTube, like I want to make like large content pieces. And I feel like at TwitchCon, there's so many like interesting variables that can go into that, and I think that would be really really cool to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole time I was just thinking of ideas left and right, and for sure next year I want to do some.
I feel like it sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, just this like massive community, like, like multiple communities, like all coming together, like meeting. Like I was looking at pictures of, like Valorant creators and shit, and I was like, holy shit, like that seemed like so much fucking fun. Like, man, I regret not making plans because I had a friend who no longer friends with again for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he was gonna go, but he was also like a big ass liar. So I actually don't know if like he was actually gonna go or if he was just
Yeah.
fucking lying through his teeth. But
Yeah.
like, I was thinking about it and I was like, it sounds like so much fun.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. I regret. Put my hair back
I
up.
like I wrote a note like so long ago, and it's like things I want to do before I'm too old.
Like a bucket
Um,
list.
yeah, like a bucket list, and one of them is TwitchCon. Yeah, I wrote this 6 years ago. It's like go to PAX, go to a bunch of like tournaments, World Cup,
Oh
which is
yeah.
funny because it says 2026 and it is going to be here in 2026.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, go to TwitchCon. So like, I've been wanting to go forever, and now I feel like I have a reason to like,
Yeah.
and for sure next year is
Yep.
like, no matter what, I'm going. Hopefully, it's in San Diego because I can drive there,
Mhm.
which would be super nice. But
Just
yeah,
gotta make it happen, man.
yeah,
Just gotta
it's
do
so
it.
cool. It's so cool because I would have a badge and it would say affiliate on it too.
Mhm.
So that'd be kind of exciting. I would be cool. It would be cool if they had like, because they have a partner party.
Yeah.
What if we threw an affiliate party? That'd be cool.
Mhm. I feel like it'd
I,
definitely be more people though.
oh yeah. Uh, I don't know what the percent is. I know partner percent is like 0.02 or something like that, but
Mhm.
it might be 0.01. But yeah, it's insane the amount of people who stream
Mhm.
and how many people go. I think it was like 30,000 people.
30,000?
Yeah, 30,000
God
attendees
damn.
at TwitchCon. Yeah, yeah. No, I just really like making content, and I want to make more bigger, long-term content.
Mhm.
Um, like I want to do something. Have you ever played Mafia or Werewolf or Salem, like
I
those
have
games?
not.
Um, it's like basically the easy way to describe it is it's Among Us with like in person.
Among
Yeah,
Us.
yeah. So it's like Among Us in person, and you play the game basically reading people's like body language and like stories, and like there are certain roles in the game, and you have to gather as much information off those roles. It's
Okay.
a super awesome game of like deception and stuff
Mhm.
for the people who are like the sus,
Yeah.
whatever. And I started playing those before my parties because I would throw parties.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, everyone loved them. Even like people who were just like adamant about drinking and like partying, they were like, "This shit's hype." So I want to do that on Twitch somehow. It's like one of my goals to do
That'd be fucking fun.
is just get like big lobbies of that and see. I don't know. I think everyone would have fun because everyone always has fun with it. So
Dude, I've been
it's one
wanting
of
to
my goals
fucking
at some
play
point.
Among Us so bad. I wish
Yeah,
Among Us wasn't a meme. Because Among Us is fucking fun, by the way. Like,
those months were
start of
insanely
COVID.
good months. Yeah,
Holy
it was
shit,
a
let's
perfect thing.
talk about that. Fucking
I
gaming
love that time.
through COVID.
I love that time period.
It was
Holy
so
shit.
simple. It was so fucking simple.
Yeah. So to start with me, like, um, I my job was considered essential, and I was so pissed that it was because it meant that I didn't get the like they were giving everyone like 2K a week or whatever on unemployment, and
Mm-hmm.
then my job they kept us around so we couldn't collect that unemployment, and they cut down hours because it was like, well, we don't want a lot of people in the store either, so
Mm-hmm.
it was just a fuck situation, but that meant I had a lot more time off.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is I would go on Discord, and I would half the time I would be outside because I would be like, okay, well, I'm not just gonna sit inside, for like 3 days
Yeah.
straight. So I'm gonna go
Shit is
outside.
miserable.
I played a bunch of like Pokemon Showdown on my laptop with friends talking on Discord. and we were just hanging out there for a couple hours every day. Um, Funny enough, we played a lot of poker, and then I also played a lot of like Smash Online.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a perfect time period for me. I really liked that era.
I miss like I miss like staying in Discord calls till like 7 a.m. and like just like playing fucking Bed Wars on Minecraft Hypixel. Like I met so many of like my now closest friends, best friends, because of like gaming through COVID. One
Hmm.
of them, not sponsored by the Cove, but the Cove should definitely sponsor me. I joined a server named the Cove,
Hmm.
and it was insane how like that group of people
Yeah,
who own that server then became some of my closest friends. I live with like two of them now. Like,
that's crazy.
yeah, all because of fucking Minecraft, which
Yeah.
the Cove has restarted, which is crazy. Yeah, new Cove just dropped. Um, but like, I even like I'm not gonna go into details, but like I like spent so much time playing games with like exes and shit, like,
Oh yeah.
and it kept such a balance in my life because it was so isolating. Even now that like COVID's over, like my life schedule is so isolating, and so like having a network of people and like a group of people that you can like rely on for like fucking anything is amazing. Like
Yeah.
my best friends are all in my pooter, like Ming and Jaden, like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know. I spend too much time online though. That's the one downfall.
Uh huh.
That like I could be going out, I can be meeting real life people, but I'd rather not because I've already met people that I'm so incredibly comfortable with.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
I feel like because you haven't met them either in person yet,
In
right?
person, no.
Yeah, I feel like when those type of times happen though, those are always like so precious and unique because it's like you're meeting someone who you already know so much about, and
Yeah.
then it feels so comfortable like right away, and
Oh
it's
hell
just
no. Like the first time that I met like my other friend group, like Alex,
oh, was
Eli, all of that, I thought I was gonna throw up. I literally
it?
thought I was gonna throw up. I was so underprepared and terrified of like everybody,
Hmm.
even though we'd been friends for so long. I don't know. It was so
Interesting, yeah.
scary.
Yeah, I guess it's like a different, context of like hanging out and everything. It's like,
Yeah.
well, this is real, and it's not like
Oh
not
my
in the comfort
god.
of my keyboard.
The one thing that really fucking freaked me out was like the fact that they had legs. Because half of the time, like, obviously they knew what my legs look like because I fucking post pictures on Twitter all the time. But like, when I first saw like Eli's legs, I like actually got nauseous and I like turned around and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna die right now.
Hmm.
And so like that was fucking funny, but also
Yeah.
terrifying. Um, I don't know.
Sarah, she makes it very adamant that she never shows her leg on stream,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's just so funny seeing her for the first time because it's like, oh yeah, you do have legs.
Like you're
That
a
was
human
super
being.
funny. Hmm. It was super like interesting that day,
Hmm.
but it was
Like
cool. I liked it. Everyone got along
also
well.
like all the height. Like some people do
Oh
not seem like their heights.
yeah, I think we all thought Broad was short as hell, and then he's like, oh, he's 6'1". Whoa,
Like holy
that
shit,
was
he's
really super funny.
tall. Like
Yeah.
I like literally I get a lot that people think I'm taller than what I am.
I can. No, I feel like yeah, you're 5'2" to 5'4"
Mhm.
off this camera angle. I don't know, but I get people when they say yeah, oh you're tall, and
Mhm.
then oh no, I'm not that tall, you know?
It's like I'm not that tall. Like I'm average. Well, like I'm
Yeah.
average height at least.
Yeah. Uh, not me. Maybe in Mexico, I think.
Oh, in Mexico, I'm tall as fuck.
Yeah, dude. My grandpa is like 4'11", 4'10", and it's like,
Oh, they
thank God,
fucked you over.
dude. Thank God I didn't end up that short. I would have been.
Genetically, you got fucked over.
Mm-hmm. And for my youngest brother, it was gonna be so bad that they started injecting him with the growth hormone. So
Holy
he took that shit
shit.
every day for 3 years. Um, because yeah, he would have ended up around that height, and now he's my height. It's pretty funny.
He's your
Me and
height
my
now?
Yeah, well, he's 18, so he should be done growing. I think
Yeah.
they, I think they said he stopped growing like early because of the hormone, so he's already done growing. But it's funny because me and my two brothers are like the same height, and we wear the same size shoe, so it's pretty cool. Be easy.
Hmm. I don't know. I all of my sisters so far are shorter than me, except my baby sister is growing at like a terrifying like height.
Hmm.
Like it's so fast. Like she's almost my height, and she's 11, and I'm 21.
11? Holy shit!
Hmm. She is tall, and
Yeah,
like she's definitely gonna be taller than me, but it's not a bad thing because I'm still 5'4" of average height. My
yeah.
other sisters though are like 5 foot, and they look so baby and so tiny. It's so terrifying and weird. Like
Yeah,
everybody in my family is like average, except my dad is pretty tall. My dad's like 6 foot, I think, or something.
crazy. Yeah,
That's where I got my height from. Um, Sometimes I'm like, damn, I should shorter, but it's okay, it's fine.
yeah. I feel like 5'4" is fine because like
Yeah.
if you're a little shorter, like sometimes things are like awkward to reach for. I
Oh
think 5'4" is
hell
really
yeah.
really good. Yeah, it's a good height.
Yeah.
Um,
I really like my height, not gonna lie. Shit is kind of poggers.
I mean, I guess I'll take what I can get because it could have been a lot worse for me, so I'm fine with it.
It could
Yeah,
have been worse. It
yeah.
it could have been worse, but it wasn't.
Hmm.
So it's fine.
Um, On to the next thing, real quick.
Yeah, of course.
This might be really dumb, but it's like an idea of like doing a podcast, but like every week you do a different drug and you see how different they all are and which one's the coolest. I think that's super funny. I don't even do drugs, but I just think it would be super funny to like
Is this where I step in?
see how it would end up.
I don't do drugs.
Yeah, me neither. But
I get
it
scared. I don't do them anymore.
because like for me, like the addictive part is what would get me. So I'm like, I can't do anything.
I
Like,
also have a super
when,
addictive personality, so
yeah, like
that would
I
suck.
I will drink because if I don't at parties, socially it can be like awkward because everyone's drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
So I will drink, but anything else, like I have not touched weed, I've not touched any other hard drugs, and I won't because I don't want to get addicted to that. So I
Hmm.
think it's yeah, just crazy to see how much that actually affects people too.
Dude, I used to be a user of some stuff, right?
Yeah, stuff. Yeah,
And so it is so hard. Like, withdrawals themselves are horrible. Like, going through like drug withdrawals when you're like so easily addicted to things is so painful because it literally feels like your body is melting off.
ah,
Like, I would like to never experience that ever again, personally.
that's why I also don't drink coffee either.
Hmm.
Because it's the same thing. It's like, oh,
Well,
you
I
need
am
that.
so addicted to caffeine. I used to be, actually. I've been working on it.
Yeah,
But
a lot of
I
growth there.
used to be so incredibly addicted to caffeine. It was like
Yeah.
almost painful. Like it's sad.
Um, I are you doing one coffee a day, or what's been? Because I
I
think you just started again.
I have not drank caffeine today. I had caffeine on Sunday, and I haven't had caffeine on Monday. So I've just been like doing it off like how hard can I handle my cravings. I've been drinking
Gotcha.
apple juice.
Oh, is that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Contrary to popular belief, this is not piss.
I thought it was beer.
No, my beer's over here.
Gotcha.
This is way too flat looking for beer.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, I like one time I answered like what would be three things you take to like a stranded island,
Hmm.
and I put a lifetime supply of apple juice because that shit's fire.
Shit is fire, but I feel like you'd learn to hate it.
Oh yeah, that's what sucks. Is like if you only have one option, you're gonna hate that option
Mm-hmm.
after like at least 90 days.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ooh, hold up. I was gonna bring this idea up. We should do a dating advice episode
Oh
where
yeah,
we,
advice of
two single ass people, give dating advice.
hell yeah. That sounds fun because like I don't know. I hear a lot of shit that goes down between like a lot of couples,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just always so interesting to see how different a lot of relationships are.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, yeah, like a lot of them are the same and like fighting over small shit. So I'm definitely down if we get like a bunch of like, even if we get like
We should just get
just like
submissions.
yeah submissions
Put a
or
form
like
out.
anything. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
it'd be pretty cool to do for sure.
I think that'd be very fun. Okay.
It's a lot of things. Yeah, we can do.
Yep. I think that should bring us on to our little segment of our show.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have one? Because if not, I
for
have an
Jam
alternative.
That Jam.
Yeah.
Nope. You can go first.
I think instead we should do like 2010s. So like, do you have like a song that like
From the
was your
2010s.
favorite of all the 2010s? Because if
Uh,
do you have one in your head?
hold up.
Okay, because I do.
Yes,
Um,
I do. You could go first though.
yeah. So for me, I was super into David Guetta.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and Nothing But the Beat is like one of my favorite albums. And Usher also popped off at that time for me. So
Uh-huh.
there's a song Without You by David Guetta and Usher.
Without you.
And I used to play that song all the time. Like the like
Jeez.
ending of it,
Mhm.
I love that part. And yeah, Without You by Usher, it was definitely like probably my most played song
Mhm.
throughout that decade. So that's my jam that jam for
That's a
this
good
like the
one. That's a
2010s,
good
yeah.
one. For okay, so I was a quirky little fucking I was a quirky little shit when I was younger. But
Mhm.
Mumford and Sons. I will wait. I
Ooh.
will wait by Mumford and Sons was my shit.
Mhm.
I fucking loved. I love that song so
Mumford.
much. Like even now, like I will fucking jam to that shit.
Mhm.
Um,
That's
but yeah.
for me, Little Lion Man. That
Little
shit. The guitar at the beginning goes so hard. It's like everything about that goes in. So I love that song.
dude, the fucking like emo ghost pop like albums has a version of like Little Lion Man, and that song
Uh-huh.
is actually fucking crazy. Like, like after the podcast, I'm streaming Ranked again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm playing that shit. I fucking love that song. All
Oh
right,
man.
that was
Yeah.
our Jam That Jam segment.
Gotcha, yeah.
You got anything else you want to talk about today at the hour mark?
Um, I think we hit pretty much all, yeah. I think that's a good
Alrighty. Thank you everybody for listening to this episode of To Kill Myself. And with that, we say cheers to gaming,
cheers.
e
Cheers to
dating,
gaming.
um, shitty government.
Yes.
Cheers.
E-dating. Cheers.
Ah, Thank you,
Nice.
Leo, for allowing me to have it on my channel today. But I'm
Oh
sure we'll
yeah.
be back to our regularly schedule on the iLeomar 99
Yep.
channel next week. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be back.
alrighty. I'm gonna switch over to. Do you want to say anything to the beautiful chatters in chat right now?
Just wanted to say blind. Yeah, really bad timing. That's super funny to you show up at the last second. That's our like number one listener.
Yeah.
That's super funny.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mine's the real one.
also for like next week it is either conspiracies or I wanna one of these weeks soon. I wanna get Josie on the podcast
Oh my
because
God, he has so many stories to tell.
it literally so many. Like every time we ask for one, it's always a new one, and it's as crazy as the last. So
Yup.
definitely, definitely gonna have to get him on soon.
Alrighty, let me change my titles and stuff. Yeah, we need to get a guest on here. I feel like that'd be
Yep.
fucking fun. I feel like
Oh, it.
Josie would be perfect to have on the dating advice episode.
Also, another single as fuck person
Mm-hmm.
recently. So yeah, that'd
Yo,
be fun.
that would be fucking fun. Or like Siggy. We need
No,
down bad men episode where
no,
they come up
Siggy.
and tell us what their types are, what's happening in their love lives, shit like that.
Yeah. Okay, for like that, yeah, Siggy. Siggy's definitely good at being down bad for sure. Ming and Siggy special, yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be fucking crazy.
They're boys now. They're making playlists and shit.
True. I was like, huh? When I fucking when they sent the playlist, I was like, y'all are. And I've said it once, and I'll say it again. The fact that like Sticky thinks he can come in here and take my fucking like friends, like no,
Yeah,
it got me
that,
fucked up.
that's fucked up for sure.
Mhm.
Would never do that.
Alrighty. Well,
Yep.
I am going to switch on over to my Valorant stuff.
Yep. Good
Thank
luck
you
in
so
your rank
much.
games.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.